The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
43-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 50 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Bears nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. 10 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go, G. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Everyone got 4 down. Watch twist. Check 43. Slam. Check safety.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Williams again, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 1.
Watch the run. Hey, switch gear. Whip. Watch the whip. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Deuce.
First carry now for David Montgomery. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
The play. It's 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Complete to
the coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
Third down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
11 on the play. And a Raven first down.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Bears 3.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
To throw again, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
Jackson.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
At their own.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Dobbins running out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st down, Baltimore.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Jackson trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Jackson. And this one is incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Williams on the carry.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Riley Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10.
Makes the score Ravens 17, Bears 10. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On second down, Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 33 yards that time.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st down, Baltimore.
They go play action now. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Jackson's.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Not much there, only a yard.
And 9.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's complete to Chris Conley.
Jackson.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Bears 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And a Raven first down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the 17.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. Powers, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 26, check 26.
Again, it's Williams. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Damian Williams.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Bears.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he'll grab. A gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Baltimore.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay there to make the grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Xavier McKinney showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This time Jackson will throw it. That's taken in by Duvernay. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay taking it in. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
13, fellas, 13. Watch 13.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Justin Madubuike. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to let it fly. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 1-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, 59. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Board. Check, 59. I'm trying to come.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He tried to heave it from his own end zone, and the danger, it reared its ugly head.
We have seen those plays work out successfully before. You take the shot, try and gain some yardage. Sometimes you fool them. Not in this case, though. Tried to get it deep downfield. Gets it picked off.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. Still 9 remaining on second down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a carry for Dobbins. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Eddie Jackson brought him down. A gain of 4.
And they're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.